6 hours later, the rain was finally letting up. Last night felt like a blindside punch to the face. I didn't think having Taylor walking out of my office could be so painful. There's just something reassuring and comfortable about her, but I've got way too many questions, yearnings, and guilt not to find out what happened to Chelsea. Even if it kills me, I've got to know. There's something darker than the night I'm dealing with, and it hinges on what happened that evening 7 years ago with her. As Taylor leaves, she hands me the key to a room at the Ritz she calls the Chelsea Shrine Room.
Hey guys, Pazu here. Welcome back to Tesla Effect, a Tex Murphy adventure. Alright, looks like we have a fax. Let's take a look.
Looks like Archie's back in town. I should check out his 3 Cards to Midnight shop and see if he knows anything.
Aha, so another shop opens up. Alright, let's take a look at the fax itself. Text, drop by 3 Cards to Midnight. I got some exciting information about your case.
Looks like Archie's back in town. I should check out his 3 Cards to Midnight shop and see if he knows anything.
Alright. We also got a key. 2 Yi. So that's a Chelsea shrine.
According to Taylor, this opens a room here at the Ritz that has some of Chelsea's belongings.
Alright, why don't we go downstairs and take a look at that room? Any messages here? Nope. Yep, that door is open now. So everything is open except the flamingo. So 2 Yi. Is this open? Nope. Alright. Wow. It's Chelsea, and it's a shrine.
I'm here to ask you out for dinner, and I'm not taking no for an answer.
What, like a date?
No, it'd be more like 2 friends having a great meal and maybe some stimulating conversation.
I guess that'd be okay. I mean, yeah, that'd be all right.
So what are you in the mood for? You know, I heard Weenie World put tater tots on the menu.
I've got a better idea. Why don't you let me make you dinner at my place? It's cheaper than going out. And besides, I have something I'd like to talk to you about. Let's say 8 o'clock?
Well, you talked me into it, Miss Bell.
Well, I feel so spoiled.
By the way, what should I bring? Red or white?
You better bring both.
Aww. The memories. And pictures around. Okay. The poster screaming in the rain. And...
Oh, that's got to be a fire hazard.
a ring.
I remember this thing was $14.99. Man, I spent an entire 3 months' salary on a ring for Chelsea.
Okay, Weenie World. And I love the Golden Pagoda.
A reminder of the best and worst night of my life.
Okay, that's the restaurant. Before they got kidnapped.
Yeah, I remember how much Chelsea wanted to go to the Fuchsia Flamingo that night.
And Chelsea's newsstand.
It's Chelsea's business card for her newsstand. I didn't have the heart to tell her the print is dead.
And greetings from Arizona.
Chelsea loved to go to Arizona. I'd like to think I was the only thing keeping her here on Chandler Avenue.
Yeah, I remember they talk about the trip. Alright, anything else here? Nope, that is it. Okay, 2E is a small room. A one-room apartment. No, even a restroom here. Alright. So, Clint is not available now because of the missing bell. So, let's go to 3 Cars to Midnight then.
Archie Ellis is my herbal tea-loving, source for all things alien, supernatural, conspiracy theorist. Or he's just plain crazy. We ran into some trouble with the NSA on my last case. Last I knew, he was hiding out in some tropical locale with a bevy of beauties. I'm surprised he's back in town.
Alright. 3 Cars to Midnight.
It's a 3 Cards to Midnight shop. It's a 3 Cards to Midnight shop. Archie Ellis is my herbal tea-loving, source for all things alien, supernatural, conspiracy theorist. Or he's just plain crazy. We ran into some trouble with the NSA on my last case. Last I knew, he was hiding out in some tropical locale with a bevy of beauties. I'm surprised he's back in town.
Hey, Murphy, how you doing? You okay? I heard you were having some kind of amnesia. You know, most alien abductees always have some sort of memory loss.
Yeah, and to be honest, for some reason I don't remember this guy from the previous games. I don't know why. So, old habits under the radar, show and tell. Let's do that.
Whoever gave me this lump on my head wasn't some midget alien. No offense.
Hello, aliens? We all know they have long arms. Yowza! You really...
Back off, man, because I swear I will shoot the next person who tries to touch this, okay?
Okay, I'm sorry. Ouch. Whew. So, I guess you do need some catching up then. A few months ago, I moved back here from the islands and I opened up this place. And I was hoping that you and I could hang out together like old times, but you haven't been around much.
Yep, why don't you give us a history lesson? Yes.
So, did I happen to tell you anything about the case I'm working on?
Not yet, but you know I'm always ready to be Robin to your Batman. Without the homoerotic undertones, of course.
Sorry, Arch, but it's a package deal. If you're gonna be in this with me, you're gonna have to be in all.
You had me going there, Murph.
Okay, Boy Wonder, I need you to enter 2 names into the Bat computer. Mason Bowers, Margaret Leonard.
Well, I don't know about Mason Bowers, but Margaret Leonard, she's connected to one of the greatest mysteries of all time. I mean, you know who Nikola Tesla was, right?
Nikola! The Kafka?
Nikola Tesla was a genius. Probably one of the greatest geniuses ever. I mean, it was Tesla, not Marconi, who was the true inventor of the radio. He invented a Tesla coil, the AC electricity, remote control. He even pioneered cryogenics.
So are we almost to the part about Margaret Leonard?
Right. Well, Tesla died in 1943 when the FBI just swooped in and confiscated all his papers and designs. Then in about 2012, all this stuff, the Tesla cash, just disappeared. And you want to know who the #1 suspect was?
Margaret Leonard.
No, an FBI agent named Charles Johansson. Now, I know they could never prove that he did it, but then he quits the FBI and joins some Tesla fanatic group called the Tesla Legacy Society, a group dedicated to making the world better through technology. And that's where he meets
Margaret Leonard.
Aw.
Bingo! They fall in love, they get married, I think they even had a kid together.
So where's Margaret now?
Not a clue. Johansson died a couple years later, cancer, I think. And after that, Margaret just dropped out of circulation.
So all this happened, what, 37 years ago. I mean, no one's found the Tesla cache since then?
It's one of the great mysteries, the lost inventions of Nikola Tesla.
What's the big deal with the Tesla inventions? I mean, there must be some reason they were never made.
Oh, you ever hear of a little thing called Tunguska?
Yes.
Have I ever? Picked up a bad case when I was down in Mexico. That's where I learned the phrase, Baños, rapidos, ándale muchachos, vámonos!
Oh, Murph, you're too funny. You know, in 1890s, Tesla conducted an experiment and created a resonance frequency. You know, like a big vibration, and it nearly took out a whole chunk of New York City. And then in the 1900s, he began to work on what he called a teleforce beam. The press called it, a death ray, cooler name. But a few years later in Russia, a remote area called Tunguska, something caused an explosion 1,000 times greater than the atomic bomb.
1,000 times greater than the atomic bomb 40 years before we invented it?
But that was the last anyone ever heard of the death ray. Tesla never got funding. Instead, they made him out to be some crackpot, and he was broke for the rest of his life. Some people think the plans for it were part of the Tesla cache. Just think how much someone would pay to get their hands on that.
Maybe this has something to do with Tex's memory loss. Maybe he knew the location of this cache. Okay, let's talk about, yes, the cache.
The Tesla cache is right up there for me. Oh, and the death ray? Well, the name says it all, doesn't it?
Well, yeah. So what about, Margaret Leonard?
I've been checking my sources, but no one's heard a thing about her in years.
And Johansson?
He died like 40 years ago, and either left the Tesla cache with Margaret Leonard or somebody else. Or he took it to the grave.
Then what about, JT?
Donnelly's kind of a mysterious character. He was a private detective Tesla may have hired not long before he died. There's a mention of it in one of Tesla's letters.
Right? And Tex Murphy.
And I'll never forget what you did tipping me off before that whack job NSA guy could get me.
I don't remember. And on the memory loss.
I actually wouldn't mind forgetting a few years of my own life, mostly my teenage years.
Dreams?
No, both aliens and ghosts can communicate through their dreams. It's a proven fact.
Really? Ghosts can even dream. Okay, have you seen the lady in this photo?
Gosh, you'd think a sidekick would be a little more helpful, huh?
Huh. And freeze gun?
Don't know about that.
Well, we already got it, so it's not important. Okay, so the hologram.
Yeah. Oh, that's the hollow babe at the Golden Gate. Yeah, Mojo is warm for her form, or lack thereof, as it were.
And Rook?
He's not very friendly, is he?
You could say that. Louis.
I eat at the brew and stew all the time.
Huh. And Inspector Burns BBQ.
My little buddy Mojo works over there. We hang out a lot, but I can't stay there too long. Something makes my eyeballs burn.
Huh, so he's a buddy. And about the Ritz Hotel.
Seems nice.
Yeah, now that is renovated. So, what about yourself?
You know me, Murph. Always up for an adventure. As long as I don't have to go anywhere.
An indoor adventure. And the store?
You like my shop? Kind of like my old one, the Cosmic Connection. But I had to change the name in case, the NSA and all that.
You know what? I still don't remember you.
As I leave, Archie hands me an old photograph of Margaret Leonard. Maybe someone else on Chandler will recognize her from the picture.
An old photograph. Let's take a look. Yep, this is the lady from the demo.
I wonder if anyone else on Chandler Avenue has seen Margaret Leonard.